folks.
Good
Welcome
urban.
to I Flirt with a Musician While the Rest of the Party Dies.
Yeah, basically.
She
Well,
sounds like she's gonna be the death of us, dog.
She's gonna be our goddess.
Listen. I'm fairly certain this lady is gonna be like she's gonna get possessed or something, dog.
Oh,
I have that gut feeling.
Well, at least Tommy would be holding down the fort at the market there, while the others go and go with Ollie. Although I think Ian would probably stay behind with you. Yeah, he doesn't do a lot of movement, no.
So we're gonna split the party 3 ways.
You're gonna split Ian 3 ways. Wait, what?
I said a party.
Yeah, I do probably, I mean, it's been a couple weeks since we played, so, I probably will need a brief, recap for myself. I mean, I read Tristan's notes, but I'm just trying to gauge also where everyone was.
Didn't we play last week, though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, listen, these, August for me was, 3 months long. And, last week was, a month for me, so, this week has been, a month for me, so...
That makes sense.
Yeah, long-ass week.
And I think it's just the general, everybody going back to school, Labor Day shit.
I've been back to school since August, dog.
Yeah, I mean, our school system is a little bit weird. Sometimes we'll go back in late August, sometimes we'll go back in early September.
Usually depending on how the week is structured.
Yep.
So if we added another month, it would completely stabilize the calendar. It would actually also put it it would sync it with the moon as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about doing it now. Yeah, me and the core GMs are gonna work on hashing out character creation rules, what we're gonna allow, what we're not gonna allow.
Do you want help? I'm down to core GM it if you want.
Oh, you want to GM some shit?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm currently finishing up a campaign right now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's been taking me a while, but it's a pretty cool campaign. The entire party's already dead. Or dying, actually.
Oh, but
and we're gonna be
I want to play with you anymore.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The campaign is gonna happen throughout a flashback of their life as a party, flashing through their eyes.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, I'm gonna have them come back and fight the BBAG.
Kind of reminds me of the Adventure Zone, the first arc they did, the Stolen Century.
Okay.
If you listen to it, you'll see some similarities, but very, very good. By the way, Jeff, if you are looking to listen to any podcasts, live play podcasts, hands down recommend the Adventure Zone. Because they're super funny, they're witty, they're a family, they all play together. And yeah, it's the McElroys. They're awesome.
I mentioned 20 as well.
Yeah, Dimension 20 is also good as well.
They're
on Spotify.
Twitch. And Dimension 20 does Twitch and Dropout TV, and they also post their stuff on YouTube. They have a whole campaign on YouTube.
And of course, Critical Role.
Of course, that goes without saying. It's
Yeah.
They are setting the tone for D&D right now. So
the Adventure Zone, the first saga of theirs.
The first saga is called the Stolen Century.
Okay. I'll definitely have to give it a watch.
I think the Stolen Century is the 3rd or 4th.
Oh, I guess I wouldn't really know.
So I remember, yeah, I remember exactly because I believe it was the one item train plant. Yeah,
And they try other games too, other than D&D. They do like Monster of the Week. I think they've done. Did they do Kids on Bikes?
I think they did that as like a special thing.
I wanted to do Kids on Bikes. It's a DC system game. It's kind of like Stranger Things, if you think about it. It's a mainly role playing type game. Very easy system to like grasp. I want to play in it before I run it, but I really want to play like do something with Kids on Bikes or
Kids on Brooms.
What's the other one? The one which they're actually like smaller kids. They're younger kids.
No idea.
They also did a system. They also did a system where the whole group kind of made the world for one of the campaigns.
Right. Yeah, that's Microscope.
Yeah. That sounds very intriguing and very cool.
But yeah, there's a number of systems that have come out recently that kind of allow collaborative development of the story/game world that the players are going to be playing in. Fate happens to be one of them. It's just built into the system itself. Like you can kind of change things up on a whim depending on how you use the resources afforded to you. Oh, Cult, yeah, that's supposed to be, I believe, a 2d20 thing. It means there's generally a d20 die that is tied to, like, a base core skill, and then, like, the second d20 die is tied to, I don't know, like, for example, in Legend of the Five Rings, they use 2d20. And the first die usually corresponds to the action you take, how well you do it, and the second die usually corresponds to like some other sort of like emotional or background connection, or maybe it has to do with your class, but like different aspects of things can take shape depending on how your second roll goes, or like the combined rolls themselves. Yeah, it just kind of makes things a little bit more dynamic and not necessarily easy to grasp, but definitely more flavorful.
Yeah, if you want.
So yeah, the Cult one, and then I want to try the Fabula Ultima. That's collaborative story building and world building.
Tales from the Loop.
Tales from the Loop, right?
That's the one.
Oh,
and he came out with. You could go first.
There's one that I saw. It came across my Facebook. Called the Magnus Archives. I don't think it's like collaborative. That was one that I saw. It was like horror based. It looked really interesting.
It's based off of a podcast that there's of a lot of different, where you could say cases of horror stuff and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We're all here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little weird, yeah.
Oh, I forgot another system, a new one that just came out. Werewolf the Reckoning. Werewolf Apocalypse.
Oh, okay, so it's a continuation of the werewolf series and the vampire series. Okay, gotcha.
Now they got the vampire, the hunters, and now werewolves. And soon, I think mages.
Fucking, I just saw a conversion book for Monster Girls on TikTok a bit ago. No, it wasn't on TikTok. It was on. Is it D&D Shorts? The guy, I think.
Everyone, good? We all here?
Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, you said 7:30, so I set my alarm for 7:30 and didn't notice that you had put like at 7:20 that you were.
No, that's all right. I was just doing some shit around the house, but
actually, BRB.
Yes. So, welcome back. We are now on to episode 8 of Screams in the Silence.
Yeah.
Coincidences all. Disclaimer for those of you listening. Call of Cthulhu features adult and mature themes. So if you are not an adult or not mature, don't watch or listen.
Like, what if I'm not an adult or mature, so I'm both not?
Ben, I don't know how you got here.
What if I'm both?
I am actually a child.
Damn, then Chris has a lot to answer for, Tristan.
But if he's a child too, you don't know.
Then you both have a lot to answer for.
Where are your parents?
I am a child of the Lord. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Went to Catholic school and I know what that means.
You're a child of adultery?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, we're definitely all going straight to hell. So, recap.
Okay.
Last time on Screams in the Silence, you all continued kind of talking and schmoozing the people around town. Kate ended up going into the corner store to chat with Gregory.
It caused some issues.
It caused some issues. Gregory started getting a little uppity, especially when Kate was getting towards investigating the back room there that he always had closed. It says employees only on it. So his daughter ends up actually coming out and diffusing a little bit of the situation. But then, as if a switch flipped.
The daughter was already out. She's the one that led me to the back room.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then she ran inside.
Right, and that's where she proceeded to show you her drawings, yes?
No, I went and talked to Gregory, and then Gregory was like, stay away from my family, and I was like, I'm on your side. I just want to make sure that the truth is found, and, you know, these awful rumors about your family go away. I gave him my card, and then he starts flipping the fuck out, grabbing his head, and so starts reaching behind the counter. Then I went
shotgun.
I went and grabbed the gun, and then before that I dialed Aaron's numbers, and then Aaron and Gabe and almost everybody, I think, except
bursting
Quinn,
in,
yeah, came running in. And then James decided to go into the back and get the child.
Talk with,
to, keep her safe, and that's when she showed him the drawing.
Yep, and the drawings were of...
Simple. From the, yeah.
Right. Yeah, this would be the first time you've seen this, at least in person. But, yeah, after that whole interaction, Ollie shows up.
Yeah.
And basically, in a hurry, it looks like, and he's blaring his death metal. And he basically asks any of you to get in the car, because he says whatever he's trying to do seems pretty urgent.
He came in and he's told us that he was coming to collect us on Marianne's orders, and then waved around the pages that were ripped from the book, snatched them from him, and then he told James, Kate, and Quinn to get in the car.
Okay.
But at that point, I think I forgot that I was supposed to be taking the child to her mom. So I don't know if somebody else is going to take over that or what.
I mean, I'm already with the kid, right? So...
Isn't the kid with the other cop?
No.
I would say that, Kate, you... How about you... It would probably be in everybody's best interest to actually take the kid with you and then drop all that off.
We're going to take her to the farm?
I don't know, it's up to you.
But the funny thing is...
I thought we were talking about her going back home to her mother.
Yeah. The funny thing was...
Yeah.
We had got her, talked about taking her there. Then Ollie showed up. And asked those three to come with him. And after me talking to him and whatnot, he then told us where he was going. To the farmstead.
Okay.
farmstead, and then
That makes sense.
that's when we entered.
Yep.
So I don't know if Gabe wants to take over taking the kid home since Ollie told him to not come. I don't know.
Yeah, Gabe, that's...
But he said not come at first. Then after the talking to, he gave us the location.
Well, Ian is going to be staying behind.
She can go with Ian. I trust Ian.
Yeah,
Ian's been with us this whole time?
he's kind of been watching. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, he's...
Take the home and where there's
Well, me and Alphonse could take her home.
Okay,
Let's get my water out.
so then we will say this. Gabe, you will be taking young child home to her mother.
And then we just meet up at the farmstead afterwards with you guys.
Okay. We'll start with you first, Gabe. Then you watch as Kate, James, and Quinn.
Yep.
Pile into Ollie's beat up, shitty ass Toyota Corolla.
I'm happy about it.
Well,
I'm death metal.
you're yeah. I don't. Roll me I guess just a
D100.
roll me a no. Yeah, it's just a D100 straight up.
15.
15. That's a good roll.
Okay.
That should be a pretty good song.
All right, let's call it back here to Cradle of Filth. So there's like this wicked, just high pitched, piercing scream, just like yeah, and then this.
Can it be Gabrielle?
Yeah, and there's like, we're talking. You step into his windows are already open, so you can hear the music just screeching out from the openings of the car. But as soon as you open the doors, it's just a whole new world. You're stepping into like pandemonium because this thing is cranked.
Kate is going to like plug her ears, but she's texting Aaron to let her know that she's going to the farmstead with Ollie because she wants to keep him updated in the case too.
Yeah, he's yelling, "Oh, get the fuck in!"
What?
I can't
I
hear
said,
you!
"Get the." He just waves, and you guys pile in, and your ears just completely get drowned out by this very, very thrashy metal. Yep, just a lot of screams, a lot of deep throaty noises, and really fast drums, really fast guitars, screeching guitars. And he just fucking floors it, like he punches it, and you can see the tires squeal, a little smoke kicks up, and Gabe, that's a total violation. That's disturbance of the peace.
Yeah, but he's going to let it slide.
And
for
probably
now.
like speeding as well.
Yeah. So he moves very quickly down the main drag there and turns out of sight. Gabe, sorry, what's the kid's name again?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, right. That's right, I remember choosing that in honor of Esoterica.
Mm-hmm.
She looks up at you, smiles a little bit. Are we going to see Mom now?
Yes, we will. Will.
Do you know where she lives?
Believe we did a roll, right?
Yeah,
to figure out.
We did a roll yesterday or last session, and you told us
She's
where it
been in
was.
town for
Yeah.
like 20 years or
25
something.
years.
I remember that.
It was the educations.
Right. Okay.
Almost everyone got like extreme or hard success.
I don't think I even chose where she
You
is on the
didn't.
map.
No, you just said she's been in town for a long time.
Yeah, we'll say that, here, how about this? We'll say that she actually lives fairly close to the rec center, where the library is. I'll put an actual marker up on the map when I get upstairs, but that same street, that strip there. The
Yeah,
same
okay.
way that Ollie just drove, actually.
Well, Gabe will look at Alphonse and kind of nod over to his car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alphonse,
Let's get moving.
Yeah.
what
Okay.
what are your thoughts so far? Do you have any?
He kind of just like plays with the ground with his foot and just like, okay, because he's like used to being pulled into stuff by now.
Shit.
Cool.
Another one. Damn it.
Hey, I have Tommy's number, right, Ricky?
Yeah, no, but Tommy's like a couple feet away from me, dog.
Yeah, he's just over the way.
In the... You have to like go a few.
Oh yeah,
But he's like a block
For
away.
future
or so.
reference.
wait, where's our buddy, Tommy?
Okay. And Gabe would just yell out to Tommy saying, "You gotta get a move on."
Tommy, you're
Flirting with the girl.
speaking with this woman who, by the way, I don't think she's given you her name yet.
Yeah, I don't remember it though. Or maybe I think.
If you did give her a name, it wasn't in my notes.
Yeah, no, she didn't. I gave her mine, and then I think we got sidetracked into something.
Because she stopped singing, so then that's when everybody's headaches started.
Let's
Yeah, exactly.
call her Sophia.
Sophia. I'm sorry.
So, anyway, she's packing up her instrument, and you see her kind of like briefly touch the side of her temple, like maybe a little bit of a wince. You detect. While she's putting her instrument away, actually, roll me a spot hidden. Gabe, we'll get back to you in a moment here.
Okay.
Oh God.
We'll say you're getting in your squad car and getting ready to. You're buckling
Are you
her
gonna,
in.
are you gonna yell at me through the fucking speaker of the cop car?
And just yelling at
That'd
you,
be
no
really
more
funny.
like,
The PA system.
Tommy, get the fuck in the car.
It's a cardigan.
Tommy, stop flirting. Get in the car.
Yeah.
Spot hidden.
He's already pulled over. He can't pull over.
Let's go.
oh, hard.
Okay. So this is a guitar case that she's opening up and placing this beautiful acoustic. It's got this sort of dark lacquered front face to it, with some intricate holes that have been milled into it. So it seems to be maybe a custom-made guitar. But on the top portion, on the lid of the case, you happen to notice that there is the handle of a knife. Pretty decent sized knife, it looks like.
That's not too odd.
And included with your hard success spot hidden, you also notice that as she is putting her stuff away, one of her sleeves kind of pulls up a little bit, and it looks like there's some bruising on her arm.
Yep, that explains the knife.
You're not sure who this Sophia is, but clearly,
But I love to find out.
Yeah, she has more to her.
Tommy's type, knife wielding and bruised.
You know, she can fight, dog. It's Tommy's a hardened criminal, dog. Tommy's like, she badass, you know?
Is
He's
she
like,
the one that can?
He's like, I don't
Bring you
even
down.
need to
Breaks
protect
Tommy.
this bitch.
Oh my god. Could you imagine? She makes Tommy settle down, forget crime. Oh my.
Oh no.
Perfect.
Turns out
then-
he had an aptitude for music all along.
Okay,
So
but
does that mean
if she's
Go ahead.
wielding knives, then
It's
I
broken.
think the more accurate thing would be she'd join you in your life of crime and you'd start an empire of crime together.
I don't know
Well,
if it can happen.
technically, the knife might just be
It's
for
not such a
self-defense.
Exactly. I'm just thinking it's for self-defense. It makes
Just
sense.
remember that I reserve the right to
Huh?
call forth any background NPC that caused you strife to bring you back into the life of crime, and you just kill everybody.
That'd be a
end.
wonderful opening. Ending, sorry. Oh, Jesus. And I just write in
Surprise, you're John Wick.
Of water. Yeah, it's just a Bonnie and Clyde, you know?
You killed my dog, now I'm going to bring down your entire criminal organization.
Saying. That's the
Wow.
most
Could be
relatable
Liam
character. The most relatable
Terrible dog.
character I've ever seen. If anybody killed my dog,
There's like a bunch of people on Reddit who just go John Wick on people for hurting their dogs.
By the way,
I
last
would.
little fun fact before we get
I fucking
going
would.
again here. Keanu Reeves is almost 70, and he's doing John Wick.
No way.
Oh, he's
Yes.
He is not 70.
Look it up.
No, he's not. He's like
Yep.
late
I said
50s.
he's almost 70.
There's no way. I don't believe that for a second.
I don't think he's 60.
I'm
Yeah,
looking it up right now.
Google.
he's 59 years old.
Yeah, alright. Almost 60.
I'm just kidding.
My God.
Yeah,
I was like,
decade.
Right.
yeah, I was like, there's no way.
But still, he's 60 and doing John Wick. Jesus.
I can, but I believe
He's
50,
badass.
but I don't believe 59. He looks like at least like 56.
He looks good for his age. He takes care of himself.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I met Keanu Reeves because they filmed The Matrix here in Alameda. Yeah, they filmed,
Oh
they filmed
my
The Matrix here. I didn't know it was him until after
I
I
would
left.
shit my
though.
pants.
Like, wait,
Right.
what?
He was eating ice cream and at the shopping center, and I passed by and he smiled at me. I just moved to the area, and I was like, "Hi," and he said hi, and I walked away because I was like, "Oh, like he seemed familiar," but like whatever. And then like, and then like and then the next day there was a bunch of people on Facebook being like, "Keanu Reeves was at the ice cream shop," and I was like, "Oh, that's who I saw."
Fucking,
Yeah.
you're amazing.
They filmed
Alright.
The Matrix at the naval base down here, the abandoned naval base.
Yes, you notice a knife and bruises.
That's a pretty big knife.
But does he hear me?
He does, but she looks at you very
Crazy, give
kind
me
of.
a sec. Let me.
No, that's right.
Don't-
She's
Tommy's got a spit game.
actually
Yeah,
what's going to
exactly.
happen, Tommy, is because of that comment you just made. That's quite the knife. She is going to look at you very abruptly. A little bit of a deer in the headlights kind of look, like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you saw that," kind of thing. And she's going to say, "Yeah. So what?"
God, I choked.
It's a
I mean,
little-
I don't mean anything bad by it. I
Love.
just,
She gets a little
I-
defensive.
I admire a good knife. Oof, that's not a solo like serial killer.
Well, do you? Are you good with a knife?
Sounds like knife play.
Tristan, fuck! I'm about to crack up because I'm thinking about it.
That was
and
the
you just have to
adult-
say it.
The adult warning in the beginning.
Yes. Mature themes.
He'll smirk and be like, "I can handle my own."
Says, "Well, that's good. Well, handle yourself away for now. I'll be back tomorrow. Sorry.
All right, it's okay.
Besides, your friend is calling to you."
Oh?
She looks up over towards Gabe, who is like waving at you, honking his horn.
Yeah,
Well, not honking, but it is waving.
She says,
I do have to go.
"I never got your name."
Name's Tommy.
Well, tell me. See you soon.
Yeah, let's hope so. And he'll wave goodbye and walk over there.
All right. You hop in the car with Gabe. Elizabeth.
Who else is in the car with us?
Elizabeth.
Alphonse and a kid you have no clue about.
He'll look at Gabe and he'll look at Alphonse, not noticing the kid, and he'll be like,
How did that happen?
And then you see this little figure kind of lean forward in the seat in the back and kind of poke her head out through the middle of the center console. She looks at you, Tommy, and she says, "She's pretty."
he'll look down. She is, isn't she? Huh? What's your name, little kid? Anyways, what the fuck is up with the kid? He'll look back at the little girl, at Elizabeth.
And Gay gives you a little slap on the back of the head for saying that
I was
for
gonna
the front
say.
of her.
You hear
I
a
hear though,
voice
this is-
from the sky say, "Language."
She
The
is
voice
a
from the
kid.
sky?
She is a
Sky
kid,
demon.
so she's actually
Children
like
prison.
12 or 13. She just has a developmental disability.
Yes.
And Gay would then say, "Well, we have to take her to her mother's." That to her
Listen,
mother, she made a
either
promise.
her mother or her dad beats the fuck out of the other. You know, I don't think this is the first time her hearing a cuss word, dog.
He just knows all mama. He's just like, yeah, I heard her dad beats her mom.
Jesus Christ.
Thank
Right
you.
in front of the fucking child. Too.
You
no,
hear
like Tommy doesn't know, but like you know.
you hear a rustling of papers behind you, Tommy, and it looks like Elizabeth has pulled out some loose pages to draw on. She's got this black crayon that she just pulls out of her pocket and just starts scribbling.
Is it safe to be letting a child draw
What's
after
your
what she
name,
drew
kid?
earlier?
She's just drawing. She's actually humming this sort of like atonal, weird kind of tune, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that Don't Stop Believing?
Nope, Gabe is driving. This is all is happening.
Basically, think of Annie from Rose Red, if anybody ever watched that movie. Kind of like someone.
I don't even know
Yeah,
what
she's
that
just like just coming of like into her teen years and very, very developmentally challenged and just kind of saying things that come to her mind at the moment and choosing to do things that she wants to do in the moment.
Oh, that sounds like me though. Anyways,
is. Same.
Yeah.
And of course, she's not particularly well articulated. But, anyways, yeah, well, hey, sorry.
Triggered.
I'm triggered! Anyways, so, alright, you, I wouldn't say speed away, but you definitely pull away from the curb, slowly, gently, as a police officer meant to uphold the law.
Yep.
Yo, what's the kid's name?
Elizabeth.
You, Elizabeth.
No, that's
Oh, okay, you're
Tommy
asking
asking.
him.
Game.
Right.
Because Tommy asked Elizabeth and she never answered. He's like, "What's the kid's name?"
well,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. What?
He
She
goes,
steal some
"Huh?"
candy or something?
What?
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, did she steal some candy or something?
No.
Hey, you said my name,
Oh, hey.
mister.
Al. Yeah, I said your name. I was just asking what your name was. You never told me.
Oh, sorry.
We should probably
Okay.
talk about this later.
I agree with Alphonse.
Yeah, I want to
What,
draw.
did she steal something? You want
Tommy? What?
Were you arresting a kid? Listen, there's a random kid in the backseat of your squad car. Alphonse is allowing for a joyride. I don't have no idea where we're going.
Gabe would give you a serious offense and just said, later.
Okay.
Yeah, technically speaking, as a police officer, actually, that's not their term over there. It's law enforcement. We'll just call it law enforcement. Someone who keeps the peace and enforces the laws. You are not allowed to talk to, citizens and non-personnel about this sort of
That's
stuff.
not the reason why he's not saying it. He doesn't want to make Elizabeth upset.
Right. Okay. Anyways, you pull away and loop around and make your way past St. Mary's Church and down the street. Meanwhile, over in the other car, Ollie is fucking just like, yeah! And there's really no reprieve. He's driving like a wild man too, and it's very uncomfortable. It's not something that you would ever truly want to find yourself in.
Yeah, I am gripping the edge of my seat and like trying not to vomit.
So he just like rips around the corner, and while he cradles the wheel with his left knee, he reaches into his center console, pulls out a pack of cigarettes, and just like flips it open, grabs one, pulls out a flip lighter, sink.
No, I'm gonna reach up and like grab the cigarette from his mouth and just be like, "No smoking while I'm in the fucking car."
Oi! It's my fucking car. Give me the goddamn cigarette now.
You put me in this car. I'm not getting. Then you better stop and let me out.
He just looks at you all seriously, brings the pack up to his mouth, pulls out another cigarette with his mouth,
I grab
lights it.
I just like fucking grab all the
F
cigarettes. I just grab all the fucking cigarettes, yank them away. I'm just like, I'm not kidding.
And you see him pull a cigarette out from behind his ear that was hidden by his hair. I'm just kidding.
It's like,
Like a
James, isn't this
magician.
your student too?
Oh my god, not. I'm just kidding.
He just pulls one out of his mouth that was already in there.
That's right. It was hidden under his tongue the whole time.
He did a JoJo reference.
It turns out you take that one, he looks to the side, there's like one on the floor, he'll grab it.
Listen, if I already have to deal with the death metal, I don't have to deal with the cigarette smoke too, okay?
He turns it down a little bit. He turns it down a little bit so you can hear him. He says, "This is my fucking car. Now give me my fucking cigarettes."
Do you want me to throw them out the window? Because I will.
You know I can just buy another pack.
Yep, but at least we wouldn't be right here.
He keeps driving. He ignores that for a moment.
And thought.
And you're pulling up on the road that leads to the Morgan farmstead at this point. And you feel a sensation. It's a hard break from Ollie. All of you... Roll me just a dex check. Just for shits. All of you in the car, yeah.
Wait, I thought we were going to the Avery.
No, you're going to the Morgan
We're going to
farmstead.
Morgan.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yep, Morgan.
I knew that. I'm making sure you guys knew.
No, yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
Where's Dex?
Ooh, just barely success.
Okay. Sweet.
Where's dexterity?
It's one of your characteristics at the top.
Okay.
Me. How the fuck do I
Oh.
fail with an 80?
Okay.
You fail with an 80 very easily.
No, I mean, I have an 80, but I failed with an 89.
Hey, 20% chance, still 20%. At least it wasn't a fumble.
Yeah.
Also true. Yeah, you would not have liked that. Okay. Well, let's see here. Those of you... Come on, load in. Load in, damn it. Why is this being stupid? Okay.
It gave me
there we go.
issues the other day, too. Being really fucking slow.
Yeah.
My phone was acting weird too.
Fuck you, Roll20.
But yeah.
Alright, so here we go. So we got Dex. Success. Alright. Kate, with the pretty immediate braking that Ollie does, he's focusing on the road ahead at this point. But it kind of catches you a little off guard because you were focused on him for a moment and you were kind of in a position of relaxation. You were kind of dangling his cigarettes out near the window and you didn't realize that this was coming. So we're going to have you take 1 point of damage as you kind of knock your head off of the A-frame a little bit.
Ow.
You said 1 point of damage?
1 point, yep.
Where? Oh, hit points. That's where it is.
Yep. So it hurts. It unfortunately at this time period when they were making cars, everything was pretty solid. Yeah, an old one.
It's got like 350,000 miles on it.
Beater.
But as you readjust and gather yourselves, you look and see what he was breaking for. And there's like a group of 8 or 9 deer running down the middle of the road towards your car.
So,
Ollie's like, what the
Some more animals acting sus.
fucking Christ. He just kind of like, he maneuvers the car off the road and just goes around them. And he just says, alright, that about fucking confirms part of my suspicions. And he turns down the Morgan Farmstead dirt road that leads to the household. Says, right, Kate, was it? Yes? Those papers. Well, I'll tell you once we get there. And, he pulls up to, well, a very familiar sight for you, Kate. James, it's... I don't think you've ever seen the Morgan Farmstead before, but you're familiar with its existence.
Familiar.
Yeah, it's a 2-story sort of farmhouse with a front porch that wraps around one side of the building. Kind of tall gables, if that makes sense, sort of steep. And there's white paint chipped in some areas on the outside, black shutters. But you look to your right, and there's also a massive wooden structure that is clearly the stables. And you remember that Reese Morgan was a prized horse trainer and stud farmer. So he kept pretty much all of his prized horses here. You know, as of late, he's had to sell off quite a few of them to make ends meet. But yes, this is the first time you've been here. Kate, however, looks a little bit more knowledgeable of this. And then let's see. Quinn, this is the first time you've been here.
yes.
You can't remember exactly how or why, but you just get this flash, this little brief, almost like deja vu. You feel like you've been here before. This place looks familiar.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's something you maybe seen in pictures, or maybe you experienced it in some other life.
Some other life.
Some other life.
Mm.
But you're not sure why you get it. In fact, none of us really know why we get deja vu. But it's just weird to you. Something about the way the townhouse looks, or the actual farmhouse looks. It's very familiar.
So Quinn got deja vu?
Quinn got maybe a little bit of deja vu, yeah. So Ollie pulls in rapidly, brakes hard, and throws it in park, or first gear, shuts it off, pulls up the e-brake. He says, all right. And he opens the door, gets out. Come on then, done it fucking all day. And he even opens up the door for Quinn and James in the back. He just says, "After you."
Thank you.
Pleasantries aside, we're not here for that sort of stuff. He grabs the pages out of his back pocket.
Wait, the pages I already took from him?
Oh, were you reading them?
I don't know. I just yanked them away from him when he was like waving them in front of my face. Earlier.
Okay, well, if you were actually trying to read them, which I don't think you were,
No.
You would have noticed that they're basically illegible. They're it's not that you can't make out anything; it's that everything you can't read.
Yeah, I remember. You said that the symbol was on the pages.
The symbol is on the page. Yeah, it's a pretty large impression on the first page that he has there in the stack.
But other than that, I didn't like. I just quickly grabbed it and shoved it in my pocket because I haven't told anybody else about the book.
There is also what appears to be a emboldened inscription on the top of the page next to the symbol. You're not sure what it means because it seems to be written in possibly Latin or some sort of ancient scripture like Aramaic or something. You're not sure.
Is the dishwasher clean?
So anyways, Ollie says, yeah, go ahead. Keep the pages then. I've already seen them multiple times, so. He looks to Quinn and James. He says, first time here?
I'm not sure. I had a weird feeling as we were driving up. I feel like I've seen this or been here before.
Yeah, thought so. Well, I'll explain a few things, but before we get into that, any headaches? Strange occurrences? Good.
I mean,
Kate, you?
she just kind of looks down. She's just like, no.
Kate?
Why do I need to tell you anything? I don't even know you.
Because I'm about to tell you a whole fuckload of things.
And how can I trust those things you're telling me?
Because I don't think you have anything else to go on, do you?
She's very angry. Usually she would have Aaron to back her up, and he's not here right now. She's very pissed off right now.
Well, he's also probably in more knowledge than you can imagine currently, because he appears to be exactly what has been suspected of him thus far. Anyways, he says, not trying to be a dick here, but I just want you to know that we are in way over our heads.
Well, I could have told you that.
But I don't think you're quite aware of the magnitude. See, just follow me. And he leads you actually up towards the stables. And as he approaches the front door, like big double doors that lead into the main portion of the main body of the stables, he stops and he turns around and he says, alright, now, of course you're gonna fucking judge me, because everyone else has done that their whole entire lives. But, first I heard that there were occurrences such as what's been going on with the animals. You saw the deer on the way here. I mean, Christ. The evidence is... it just can't be more apparent. And he says, well, once I had heard about all of this bullshit going on, I decided to do a little digging myself. And my way of digging is a bit more nefarious than I think any of you would like to admit.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I believe the authorities would call it voyeurism.
Oh.
Not like that. No, let's just say I get a bit curious, and when I don't have the evidence I need to support my curiosities, I tend to go after it. So, I sneak around a bit and install hidden cameras.
That's really questionable.
Of course it's illegal, but James, do we really want to debate the ethics of what we're doing here? He says, not to squabble, but I believe that the information that I can get from this place might be able to prove some of what I've been after.
What place are you referring to?
Well, we call this the Dead Zone. It's kind of something that me and Marianne have discovered over the past several months of, well, not really my delusion, but more hers. She's employed me on several occasions to do some digging for her on matters that I will leave to the imagination for now. Well, no, of course, I'm going to explain to you what that is, but Marianne has some other projects she had me working on. The Dead... Well, there's something about this place specifically that doesn't allow transmission of data or frequency.
Where's the Dead Zone?
Right here. And he stops in the middle of the stables. He says, according to my data, it's not far from here. It's probably about 100 feet in all directions. And there's something... Well, I installed very special cameras here, specifically, and I'm here to collect the data. Let's just say He says it won't work. It won't work here. We'll need to extract the data using the memory cards that I've installed into the cameras, and then bring them elsewhere. But there's just something about it's something me and Marianne have not quite been able to figure out.
Well, can I ask how have you and Marianne synced up? You said that she had hired you to do what exactly?
Roll me either a fast talk or a persuasion or something of the like.
Hold on. All right. You said fast talk or what?
Or persuade, whatever's higher for sure.
Persuade. Damn it.
Let's see here. Okay. Do you want to push that roll? Or do you want to use any luck?
I'll use some luck. How do I do that?
So you will subtract 26 luck from your total.
Jesus. That's a lot.
If you'd like to pass, that's what you got to do with the luck. But if you want to push the roll, you'll have to describe to me how you would be doing so. Sort of in what way would you kind of press that issue?
I would recommend not using 26 luck.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't want to do that. Huh.
It can, at the end of every sort of scenario, quote unquote, you can do a luck roll, and if you pass, you get an additional D10's worth back to your luck. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I'll let
instances where you can gain extra luck. Like, for example, if you went to like a gambling hall and, I don't know, some Lady Luck sat next to you or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Let the one lie.
Let that. Or okay, person luck. uh. Anyways, what happened? What are we persuade? Oh, right. Okay. So you're not going to push the roll or anything?
No.
Okay. He says, I'm not going to get into exact details with you, but let's just say she has more money than she actually looks like she does, if I'm being honest. So, of course, I couldn't say no. And he lights a cigarette. Takes a drag. But can't say that I wasn't exactly pleased with the outcome of the mission. Seems I might have... Yes, not mission, but let's call it a search query. I was digging a little bit too deep, and I think I may have stepped in a pond of a much bigger nature. He looks to you, and he just takes one long drag. He says, and this might be one of the bigger drops that I've done in recent campaigns. You'll find out as soon as he says, have any of you ever come across any information about an organization known as Delta Green?
No.
Oh, heck.
He says,
know something.
if you would like, you can roll an education to try and get that. Or, I suppose I would allow an intelligence.
Come on, guys. You could do this. Oh.
What the fuck?
We all know about
So Quinn, what's fucking funny about your situation here is long before you even really thought you were going to do much of what you're doing now, like being an actual journalist and going out into the field and finding the answers. You've always been in the realm of someone who likes to find answers and always seeks those answers. And you never really thought it would be a great adaptation for being a journalist, but you like it. However, in the beginning, you remember one time kind of digging around and doing some research for a story. It was like one of your first few. You had angst. You were looking to do well and provide a good piece for your first entry point. And you had a friend that approached you and told you that they had experienced a rather profound and otherworldly event. And afterwards, they were approached by someone who mentioned they were from an organization known as Delta Green. Other than that, you know nothing.
Just the name.
And that's with an extreme success, by the way.
God damn.
Oh, very.
So you just got lucky.
Right.
Very lucky.
Fuck yeah.
So James, you would have never heard of that, even in all of your posturings online and what you've been doing and kind of ethical hacking and getting a whole bunch of different information. You've never heard of this organization. They have kept their trail hidden extremely well. Anyways, Ollie says, Roy, Same fucking look I had on my face when I heard of the name. It was just not. It just sounds so fucking stupid. But I can tell you that they have their eyes and ears open. And I think they have their eyes and ears fixated on us right now.
Why?
Because something's about to happen, mate.
What even is the company or organization?
Delta Green? I suppose it's definitely up for speculation. Some call them a ghost squad. They in and out, sort of tactile, almost like Navy SEAL type.
And what do they do? They come in and out and do what exactly?
Oh, all right. So the pages. Kate, show her the pages. And this will be the first time that you will have seen pages from the Necronomicon.
Yeah, she's gonna like reluctantly reach in because she knows this is an active crime scene. This is an active investigation. She does not want to be showing just civilians any of this, let alone a journalist.
Yep. So as soon as your eyes lay upon the pieces of paper that Kate is presenting to you, roll me a sanity roll.
Sanity.
If you lose 5, you go in temp and
Oh my god. Nice. What
Oh,
the
lucky.
fuck? Right on.
I've seen
Jesus.
Fuck yeah!
Okay. So just gazing at the pages kind of leaves you a little you just have this weird feeling about you. It just makes you uncomfortable.
Is James looking at the pages too, or just Quinn?
Well, is James doing it too? All right, sanity roll.
Go in.
Right.
Damn.
Even
Wow.
better.
You guys have both seen some shit.
spend my day on the internet.
The dark web.
That's true. I mean, there probably isn't anything on this planet that wouldn't be more gruesome or horrific than that. I mean, this is probably going back to like Faces of Death shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's
That was horrible. Anyways, let's see. As you gaze upon the pages, something just kind of stirs in you. It just doesn't feel comfortable looking at it. There's something about how the pages are inscribed and what they're written with that leaves you feeling almost a little nauseous and uncomfortable, but it passes quickly.
Are we able to read what was written on the page at all?
Do you guys have any language skills?
I have my own.
I can speak.
Wait, where's... Is it... I don't think...
If you didn't pick up another language, it's just your. Let me just double check. I think it's your education.
Education, yep.
Yeah, so like it's just your own, and it's 80 for me because my education is 80, but it's own language.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yep.
Damn it. Mulligan.
So the scripture doesn't appear to be familiar to you. It does have a strange sound to it. Yeah, it's like if you were trying to apply the English language and the alphabet to different languages that look similar to that alphabet. And you're just like, you know, it's...
Doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense. And Ollie just says, "Yep, I think I had that same look on my face when I first saw this too." Anyways, he says, Marianne was able to translate that top portion there, next to the symbol. It's apparently this thing we're dealing with is called the Eternal Whaler.
How do you pronounce that?
Well, Marianne is actually quite gifted with older languages. She's quite thrifty with, esoteric knowledge like that.
I assume we're not talking about people that go out and fish for whales.
Whaler meaning Wailer.
Oh, not that
I still would have said that. I still would have said that in character because Kate's sarcastic.
He says, I don't know what the fuck it means, but something tells me it's what's going on around here. Shit's not right. You've seen it too. And Marianne has always been talking about this and how it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh, every third moon, and it's just like she wouldn't fucking stop babbling about it. But here we are. We're trying to deal with the problems as it is. But anyways, I need to get this data. And he goes over to one of the support beams of. In fact, it's the same one that the symbol is carved into. By the way. FYI. Kate, you remember seeing it when Gabe showed it to you.
Fun times.
And he goes kind of behind one of the stable doors and up a little bit. He climbs onto one side of the stable door and he just kind of reaches up and you can see very discreetly hidden next to one of the other horizontal support beams that goes across the center portion of the stables. There's this black, very tiny little low-profile camera. It would probably not have ever been noticed if you weren't looking, and he wasn't standing there getting the shit. But anyways, he reaches up, and you see him kind of depress a little square-shaped thing out of the camera, and he jumps back down, pockets it. He says, "All right, next one. It's up there, though. Give me a second." And he points up to the loft area of the stables. He climbs one of the ladders there, and he gets up, kind of starts strutting over towards where the camera is, and he clutches his head in pain a little bit. He says, "Fucking hell."
Got a headache there, Ollie? Should I be worried?
Go fuck yourself. He continues marching over towards the camera, and he gets to it, grabs the memory stick out, pockets it, continues to head towards the ladder that he climbed up, and kind of winces in pain one more time. He says, "We need to get back to my car." And he starts climbing down the ladder. And he reaches the bottom. You can actually see that his eyes are starting to get a little bloodshot as he approaches you. He grabs a cigarette, lights it. Let's see here. He is going to push past you guys. He's going to grab the pages from you, Kate. If you'd like to try and swipe them away from his grasp, you may do so. But otherwise, he's just going to grab them and fold them up and pocket them like he did before.
Yeah, I for sure would want to swipe them away from him.
All right, just a quick little. Go ahead and call it a Call it a,
Would it be Dex?
I think there's actually a skill involved with this. Sleight of hand.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna pass.
For all of us.
It's just her. Yeah.
No, yeah, that was a fail.
Yeah, so he's pretty quick. Quicker than you were at this particular moment, and he's just like grabs it out of your hand, says, "Those are fucking mine, thank you," and he folds them up, puts them in his back pocket. He says, "We need to leave," and he gets to the edge of the main area of the stables by the front doors, and he goes, "Ugh." He winces again in pain. He says, "I knew this was a bad idea." And he starts to kind of growl a little bit.
Ollie, is there anything we can do to help you right now?
We gotta get to the car. He winces and picks himself up, goes through the front doors of the stables, heads towards the car, and he's like stumbling at this point. He's trying to power through everything, and in fact, can someone just roll me a quick D100 for my friend Ollie here? Doesn't matter who. I'll take the first one. Whoever rolls. Okay. All right.
Sorry, my thing froze for a second.
That's all right. So you see him starting to really slow down a bit and change his movements. They're kind of a bit unlike him. And he's getting real close to the handle of his car door. And he reaches out and grabs it, pulls it open, and he's fucking like... He's struggling. Whatever's happening to him right now seems to be trying to overpower him. And he fumbles for his keys. And he just goes... And he takes the key and jams it into the ignition and starts it up, and immediately you just hear Cradle of Filth dropping back on and just blaring, and immediately almost like a calm flows over. It just kind of whatever was affecting him before, making him a little bit hostile. Yes, it seems to have calmed the senses. He's able to adjust and pick himself up a little bit and pull his legs in and close the driver's side door. He says, "Boy, get in. Come on, we gotta go. It's not safe here."
What just happened?
I'll explain. Just get in for now. We have to leave. It might affect you too. And as soon as he says that, you can't quite understand why or how, but there is a strange sensation that washes over you. It's not unlike a feeling of that kind of sensation you get when you drone on from day to day, going through the motions, the repetition of it all.
Mhm.
It just feels like you're a zombie. And roll me a power roll. Both you and Quinn. Kate, I don't know. The music's going. I know what. Kate, go ahead too. Yeah, please. Power rolls.
I'm sorry. My keyboard stopped working, so I had to like figure out how to do it. What are we rolling power for?
You'll see.
Oh God. Are we back to the car now?
I don't need to explain to you.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
6, yes.
Wow.
I'm real close to a hard success. Should I spend 3 luck?
You guys have been doing very well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually say that if you were not doing this well, things would be drastically different. All right, so you got there's like this weird little twinge, like a strange sensation in your ears and in your head, almost like a headache starting to come on, but not really. But no, you make your way over towards Ollie's car, and it's just like the super thrash shit is going on. So immediately it just goes away, but it's like it's replaced with a new kind of headache, you know.
So even with the loud music, it is like he could still take over us.
Oh no. It seems with the loud music that your susceptibility is lowered by extreme amounts.
It's like proximity. The farther you're away, the more you feel it until you get
So
closer.
now it all correlates. Booming voices, jukeboxes in taverns, music of any kind. The woman at the market that was talking to Tommy playing music. Any kind of loud noises. Anything, it
So
seems.
it's not only music. As long as it's
Kind of apostrophe.
Is Ollie still like freaking out, or is he better now?
Ollie's fine. Yeah, he seems to have kind of calmed himself, but also he kind of wipes a little bit of sweat away from his brow, and he's driving not so erratically this time. He's actually, I guess you could say the word would be humbled. Kind of like a close brush with potential not very good things happening to you. And what's worse is he's like breathing heavily, and he just looks over in the rear view mirror and also to everybody else as you all pull away from the Morgan farmstead, and he just kind of looks to you all and he says, "Oh, sorry about that."
as he's flatlining.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm wondering what that is. I thought it was my like fire alarm or something.
I thought it was just ringing in my ears, to be honest.
There's just a corpse driving the car right now.
It's like, someone take the wheel, Jesus! Take it!
Jesus, take the wheel.
Listen, this is Cthulhu. Jesus is not here for us.
No,
As he drives us to our death.
He said, sorry, what was the question again? I got a little sidetracked.
I got Jesus take the wheel stuck in my head now.
So yeah, right. As you were pulling away, he started to kind of regain his wit. And I was going to say that he seems less. What's the word?
Confrontational.
confrontational, boisterous, just kind of being loud. He looks a little humbled. He was just kind of put in the line of danger. And though he has been there before, clearly, I mean, his rap sheet, he appears frazzled because obviously this seems to be something that he's just starting to learn to deal with. And he grabs a cigarette out of his pack, lights it again, just like chink, just and just lights it up. Throws the Zippo lighter into the center console, takes a big long drag, flicks it out the window. The ash, that is, not the cigarette. And he keeps driving, but not so haphazardly this time. He says, all right. Takes a big drag off his cigarette. I think it's time you probably learned a thing or two about what we're dealing with. Marianne can probably tell you more, but I'm only going to tell you what I know as a base bit of information. I told you about that inscription on the page there. The Eternal Whaler. That was deciphered by Marianne, but if you flip to the third page there, he pulls it out and hands it to you, Kate, as if expecting you to unfold the pages. I would imagine you probably do so, yes?
I think she stepped away for a moment.
Damn it!
I'm sorry, I'm here. What's happening?
Ollie is handing you the pages.
Okay, yeah, so I got that he said it was time we learn a thing or two about what we're dealing with. He handed me the pages.
Yes.
I don't know why he's being so nice, but I'm gonna take them.
So he hands them to you. He says, open it up to the third page there. Takes another drag off his cigarette. And as
She
you do
does
so,
yeah.
Yep, you notice that there is an what appears to be a hand-drawn diagram of some kind. It appears to be looks like, judging by the symbols based around the diagram, which is circular in nature, it looks like there's moon phases or something. And they're all kind of going around this circular diagram, almost to signify maybe it's like a calendar or a clock or some kind of denotation of time. And you're not... Yeah, it does seem like something's happening. And he says, that right there, I believe, is some sort of life cycle or time lapse that we can expect with dealing with this thing, whatever it is. And Marianne has to know more. And in fact, I think we should probably go see her immediately. She's probably at her house.
We should wait for the others.
All right. Okay, so where would you like to meet them?
Let me text Gabe. And I will text him, ask him where he's at.
And Gabe, let's do this. Let's switch over to Gabe and Alphonse and Elizabeth and Tommy. Gabe, you have pulled alongside one of the buildings on the main strip there that leads towards the Morgan Farm.
Oh, I thought we were dropping Elizabeth off first.
Yep, that's what you're doing now. I said you've pulled alongside one of the buildings that leads to
Okay.
like on that main road there. If you were to follow it east, it would have led you to the Morgan farmstead.
Got it.
I'll do it when I get upstairs. I'm still not there. Oh, ages. Ages. So Elizabeth, she kind of like points to the building that she lives at. It's like, that's where I live. You want to come in and see?
Yes. Well, I would just help walk you there. Gotta tell your mom why you came all the way over here.
Alphonse, anything to say?
No, he doesn't say anything.
Are we being invited as well?
Yes, you all are kind of being invited by Elizabeth. She's like very eccentric and outgoing. It seems that she wants you to see the inside of her home.
I'm thinking this kid is a felon, right?
Which is, it's kind of funny though, because last time you said she was very shy and doesn't talk to strangers.
Well, she
Well,
seems
she
to
knows
like
this
you.
now. She knows this now.
Who's bonded with you guys? Trauma bond.
No.
She seems to like you.
Mm-hmm.
I look at them like, of course we'd like to go look, and I give them this look of like, guys, wake up, please. Like, this kid is asking us to go. We gotta go.
All right, so you pile out of the squad car, Gabe's squad car, and you round the front of the car and head up onto the walk there, and just kind of enter past this small, barely above knee high height fence with a gate, and you open it up. And you go through this tiny little front yard with just, actually, it's pretty green grass, I would say. Fairly kempt. And you walk up to the front door, which is, well, it's parallel with ground. There's no steps or anything like that involved. And there is a large window to the left of the front door that you can't see anything through. It appears the curtains have been drawn.
Oh, Gabe would knock on the door.
You hear after a few moments a soft voice like, who is it?
Hello there, ma'am. We're here bringing your daughter home.
Okay. And you see the door open. And you see a sort of maybe early 30s, late 20s woman who has clearly been abused, because there are bruises on her neck and her arms, and there's even one on the left eye.
Oof.
You see her open the door wide, and she looks very relieved as she hugs Elizabeth, pulls her inside. Says, Elizabeth, are you all right? And she says, yes, Mom, just leave me alone. I'm gonna go finish my drawings. And she kind of lets go of her mother and pulls past her, and Elizabeth kind of takes one last little glimpse at you all as you're still standing in the doorway. She rounds one of the corners and goes towards, presumably, her room. And her mother, which, fuck, what's her name again? I suck.
I feel like it was Christine. We can, if I remember correctly. I would have to go back into our notes.
Christine, it is. Karen, you suck. No, we'll go with Christine. That's fine.
Someone did that to me.
She looks at you, Gabe, and says, "Thank you. I've seen her around here before."
Yeah. And now at this point, Gabe will kind of pull out his badge.
Yeah,
Right.
it is Christine. I just looked.
Okay, good.
See? The reason we brought your daughter here was due to a certain situation with your husband. He had to be detained. But luckily, your daughter didn't really see any of it at all. We did our best.
She actually starts to break down in tears. She just like clutches her face with both her hands and starts bawling. And through little stints of catching her breath and being able to let out any words, she says, "Finally." That's it. That's all you're able to get out of her. Is the word "finally."
Kind of say Gabe would kind of bend down and they get to do like a little pat on his shoulder kind of thing to help ease.
Okay. I guess roll me a.
I will say, patting an abuse victim on the shoulder would probably not be the best idea. Just somebody who actually has PTSD, like, and not that type of PTSD, but I have PTSD. That would not probably bode well for her.
Well. Anyways, she says finally.
I mean, you could totally comfort her. I just probably wouldn't do physical. You know.
She continues to cry. If you wish to lay a hand on her.
He'll try something else then. Especially he would have been trained about that.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, they do trainings in that, usually, at least in America, so hopefully.
Then he would do something non-physical to comfort
her. It would
her.
be verbal to comfort her, yeah.
Yeah.
You're safe now.
Yeah, that was he said.
You're safe now. Oh, alright. I like that. She just goes, "Really?"
I'm not really allowed to say too much, but he did almost try to pull a firearm on an officer, so that will give him some time.
That's not what I wanted for any of us. Catches her breath a little bit. Stops sobbing as much. Seems to be able to pick herself up pretty quickly.
Though I will say now that he's being detained, if you feel strong enough about it, you could report what has happened to you. You could add more to a sentence.
He looks to you very cautiously and almost with a bit of fear in her eyes. And she says, "He's been awful lately. I'll explain more. Would you like to come in for some tea?"
I'll kind of look at the others, see how they look about it.
Tommy's just trying to seem as like small as possible. My man's like, I just don't want to seem intimidating because this guy's huge, got the fucking scars, tattoos.
No, she looks past Gabe and because Gabe is an officer, she just says, "Please, it's a little cold. Just come in. Let's get some tea. We can talk it over."
He would nod and walk in.
And I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight.
Awesome.
Alright.
And soon, you will be told the story.
Listen. You're just egging Tommy on to commit a crime.
You know what?
Maybe.
Well, here's the thing.
Good.
Gabe will look the other way.
No, I was gonna say he's already behind bars.
Exactly. That's where we're going. There's several crimes because like he'd have to break into the police station, fucking murk the guy, and then break out, and then sneak out. You know, and I didn't build this man for stealth.
We've got other matters to deal
But the
with.
thing is, you're a crime boss, so all you have to do is hire someone else to do it.
Yeah, I do got the money to do it, dog.
That or plant something on him in his cell.
What you have to do is you have to hire somebody to then get arrested so that he gets put in a cell to then kill that guy.
Thank him.
I definitely
Probably know a guy.
I definitely don't know the UK firearm laws, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty strict about it.
They are.
You're allowed to have firearms, but they have to be very specific ones, and they have to be registered and permitted.
Oh, you don't have to kill a man with a gun to kill him. Anyways.
Yeah, no, exactly. Listen, we're talking like shiv him in his sleep or like choke him out or something.
True.
You know.
All you need is some bed sheets.
Yeah. I will say the pulling on the cop, I'm pretty sure that's definitely some higher jail time over there.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
you
it
can
is.
own handguns in Wales as long as you have a permit.
Yep.
Well, that was a shotgun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure shotgun's allowed too. Shotgun is
Okay.
considered a self-defense weapon. Yeah, fucking, it's wild.
Yeah, we'll revisit that next week.
All right,
Um,
I'm gonna go get dinner then.
I'm gonna head off as well.
I wish. I don't know. It's whatever Chris made. I don't know what he made. Let's go. I'll yell at him if he doesn't.
Get your ass in the kitchen and make some fucking falafel.
I don't know how to make falafel. You better fucking learn.
You better make the hummus too.
Jeff.
Handmade.
I will come to your house.
You're gonna fly across the country.
Yep.
He's gonna be Gordon
Then
Ramsay
hand
right
deliver
there.
it, then walk away.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Oh, my cat is a menace to society. Yeah, that's what she wants you to think. She lulls you into false sense of security, and then she bites
Yeah.
you.
You let your guard down.
She is.
Who knows?
Alright, guys.
Hey.
See y'all next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.